In this speech, I will be talking, and I'm passionate. I feel strongly. Something I feel strongly about is the greatness and the greatest anime ever, Berserk. Okay, Berserk is the greatest anime ever, and I feel like if you watch it, you'll have like not a different aspect on life, because it's not that serious, but it'll really have you thinking. And just the story in general is one of the best stories I've ever seen, watched. It's not even just the anime, it's the manga too. It's one of the best ever. They got a little bit of everything for everybody. If you don't like action, they got drama. If you don't like drama, they got sadness. They got everything in it. That's why I feel like it's the best anime ever. I feel strongly about this, and yeah, from all the arcs, just from Fantasia to the Golden Age to the Black Swordsman, everything, all of them. They cover a wide variety of different topics, different themes, and they make you feel different emotions. And to watch the main character, the slow climb of the main character and the eventual fall, and then to climb back up with his emotions that he's feeling inside, it's one of the greatest stories ever. It follows a guy named Guts and his journey from being just a mercenary to finding a new family that he never had in the Band of the Hawk. And then something called the Eclipse happens, and his life just goes downhill because of it, and a lot of bad things happen. And it follows his journey into being a vengeful guy and just wanting to get revenge for what happened to him. And it follows the journey that he has to become a better man. And the woman that he loves, whose name was Casca, something terrible happened to her during the eclipse, and he was just angry for so long because of it. And along the way, trying to get to where he needed to be to save his the woman he loved, because after the eclipse she lost her brain function, and she it made her not crazy, but it made her it made her different. And he wanted to fix that and help her, so he went on a long journey. He met a wide band of people, and he made a whole new family, which he never thought he was going to make again. And it's just one of the best animes, mangas ever. And if you watch it, for the people who have watched it, I know you agree. There's no way you watched it and don't agree. And the people who haven't watched it, you need to watch it, because you will agree once you're done. It's one of the greatest stories ever. They have great characters. Even the side characters, they have like their own little plots going on, and you might even like some of the side characters more than the main characters. It's one of the best stories ever. The main villain, Griffith, is one of the most evilest people ever, but sometimes you feel bad for him and you feel for him. You don't know. It's so many turns, twists and turns, and it's like a roller coaster. It takes you up and down, and it's one of the greatest animes ever. And a lot of the animes only cover the Golden Age. The Golden Age, when everything was going right in their lives. So it showed all the wars they were winning, and the progress they made to become, for Griffith to become, eventually become king and marry, the princess and stuff. But Guts, at the end of it, because Griffith gave like a big speech about you can't be his friend if you don't have your own dreams and aspirations. And any man who he will call his friend, his true friend, they wouldn't be, they would probably be fighting, because he has his own dreams and aspirations that he's chasing. He can't be friends with somebody who's just following him. And Guts hears this, and it sends him through like a deep thought. And at the end of the battle, and at the end of his conquest, Griffith's conquest to be, where he wanted to be, Guts decided to leave. And that sent Griffith spiraling downwards, because he really liked Guts. That was like the only man he respected and seen as a true friend, despite what he said. And because of that, the king imprisoned him and tortured him for a year straight. Guts came and saved him, and that's when the eclipse happened. And then the main villain, Griffith, became a part of the God Hand. And he did some unspeakable things, and then he, it's just a great story. And I know for a fact, if anybody who is listening to this watches it, you're gonna love it, because it's the greatest story ever. And I didn't even, like, you know, I don't know. I didn't even listen to it too long ago. And I already got it as my lock screen. I'm going to be honest. I got it saved as my lock screen. It's one of the greatest animes ever. And yeah, I feel like everybody should watch it. And when you do, you're going to realize what I'm saying. You're going to listen. You know, you're going to be like, okay, this is true. This is very true. It's one of the greatest stories ever. And yeah, that's really it. It'll send you up a wild roller coaster of emotions. It'll have you hooked. It's one of the greatest stories ever. I know I keep saying it, but I gotta keep saying it because it is one of the greatest stories ever. And it's still going to this day. The manga's not even over. The anime, they only go over the golden age, but the manga's still going on. And yeah, the golden age, it's the calm before the storm. You watch the golden age, you think that's it. Oh, this is nice. You know, he's a crazy guy, but you know, what more is there to, then you start reading the manga, and it's like, dang, this guy is crazy. And you know, it's such a crazy story. And to see the main character's progression from really into being a boy and then growing to be a man is like one of the best character arcs ever. And yeah, that's really it. Thank you for listening, and thanks to my audience. And yeah, thank you.